Welcome. This video explains the quote of poverty and the three traps that make it almost impossible to escape. The cycle of poverty is a trap, where a lack of resources creates immense barriers to escaping financial hardship without external help. This trap isn't just about having no money, it's about the relentless high cost of simply being poor. It's a continuous, self-reinforcing system. We are going to briefly explain the three main forces that make up this trap. The core problem is that it fundamentally costs more to be poor. The first major force is the poverty premium. Poor individuals often pay significantly more for essential goods and services than wealthier people. Lacking funds for a bank's minimum balance means relying on services like check cashing or payday loans, which come with astronomically high interest rates and fees. They can't afford to buy items in bulk like toilet paper or non-perishables to save money. Instead, they must buy small, expensive amounts, constantly draining their limited funds. Similarly, they can only afford cheap goods that break down quickly, like low-quality shoes or old cars, leading to frequent replacements and higher costs in the long run. The second force is systemic barriers. Wealth building requires infrastructure that the poor are often geographically or socially locked out of. The floor is missing. High rent prevents any possibility of saving for a down payment. Poor credit, often due to unforeseen medical debt, stops them from securing better leases or mortgages, keeping them stuck. School funding is frequently tied to property taxes. Poor neighborhoods have underfunded schools, which inevitably leads to lower educational attainment and fewer opportunities for high-paying jobs in the next generation. Lack of preventative health care due to cost or time means minor health issues quickly escalate into major, debilitating, and often career-ending emergencies. The third force is the scarcity trap, a psychological phenomenon that is essentially, brain drain. Worrying constantly about basic survival, like food and rent, consumes an enormous amount of mental energy, or cognitive bandwidth. This constant stress chemically lowers equivalent IQ by up to 13 points. It makes it harder to focus, making long-term strategic decisions or planning for the future almost impossible. The brain is forced to focus only on today. The defining feature of this cycle is extreme fragility, leaving zero margin for error in daily life. A middle-class person can usually absorb the shock of a sudden $500 medical bill or a broken-down car. For someone in poverty, that single event can trigger a chain reaction, leading to job loss, eviction, and ultimately homelessness. In conclusion, the cycle of poverty is maintained by powerful, self-reinforcing forces. Remember the three forces: the poverty premium, systemic barriers, and the scarcity trap. Breaking this cycle requires more than just money. It requires external help to address these complex, interconnected traps.